Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this channel, Hesie Born. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, is so unpopular currently.
Wakisema one time tunawaambia nini? Tunawaambia nini? Tunawaambia nini? Ati Kisumu mnawaambiaje?
In fact, if election were to be held today, William Samoei Ruto pengine angekuwa position 1, pengine position 2, akijaribu sana, ama position 3 na kuelekea 2027. Ni miaka mbili. That is a lot of days. A lot could change. But if election were to be held today, William Samoei Ruto, chances of him winning is almost zero. But they say William Ruto is a schemer, is a shrewd politician. What are the strategies that William Samoei Ruto is likely to employ?
Na hiyo 2027 nitakuwa nimejipanga mbaya sana.
There has been rumors that William Samoei Ruto is actually working behind the scenes to ensure that Rigathi Gachagua supports his bid in 2027, but that is not going to happen so directly. Behind the scenes, there are talks, and the talks, they are going to scheme that indirectly Rigathi Gachagua support his bid in 2027. They have said there is this rumor that William Samoei Ruto has reached to Rigathi Gachagua over the same. Before I give you the details, if that is what you are passionate about, kindly stay in this video to the end, and please, if you are new, kindly subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that you are notified every time we post a new video, and kindly give this video a thumbs up, a like, just like this video. Thank you. So currently Rigathi Gachagua is in United States of America. Rigathi Gachagua is working so hard, to ensure that William Samoei Ruto become a first Kenyan president to serve one term.
Mimi nitakimbiza yeye kama baiskeli ya kuibiwa. Harobe! Harobe! Munasema ni one term. Ataenda one term. Sema one term. Wewe William Ruto. Wewe Kasongo. Wewe muuaji. Wewe mwizi. Wewe Kasongo.
After the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, majority of you, including me, in fact including President William Samoei Ruto, thought that Rigathi Gachagua pengine angechukua to a maximum of 3 weeks, ama tuseme pengine 3 months, asaulike kabisa in Kenyan politics. In fact, they were to bury him completely. But the opposite has happened. In fact, Rigathi Gachagua amekuja more stronger than when he was in office as the Deputy President. And as I always say, currently, Rigathi Gachagua is like an oxygen that Kenyans won't live without. Ebu niambie news, unangojea news ya nani? In fact, Rigathi Gachagua ametake that space, that shoe of Raila Odinga. There's this rumor that William Samoei Ruto, being a schemer, is working behind the scenes to ensure that there are talks with Rigathi Gachagua to support his re-election in 2027. Could Rigathi be on the ballot in 2027? Assuming all the factors you see today as far as William Samoei Ruto's popularity is concerned is extended all the way to 2027, then William Samoei Ruto is not likely to be declared a winner of that election. In fact, chances of him becoming position 2 is so unlikely, is almost less than 50%. So in that case, William Samoei Ruto is likely to be in a distant third. Assuming Rigathi Gachagua will be on the ballot, and Rigathi Gachagua being on the ballot might split opposition such that everyone now will want to run. Let's say Kalonzo Musyoka asimame, Fred Okengo Matiang'i asimame, tuko na Rigathi Gachagua asimame. Au ndio position tunajua as for now. Rigathi, probably Rigathi, either Rigathi, Matiang'i or Kalonzo achukue position 1. Then tuseme William Samoei Ruto ajaribu kabisa, maybe miracle happen, achukue position 2. Now let's discuss politics here. Rigathi Gachagua atakuwa na choices to make. Assuming Ruto becomes number 1 or number 2 in that election, and nobody achieves 50%, because if the opposition watataka kurun such that probably Kalonzo run kivyake, Matiang'i kivyake, Rigathi kivyake, it is most likely that nobody ataweza kuachieve 50%. Then Rigathi Gachagua, we have a choice between probably Kalonzo or Matiang'i and William Samoei Ruto. Nani ataweza unga mkono ili aweze kupata hizo more than 50% ndio aweze kushinda uchaguzi wa 2027? If you are Rigathi Gachagua, and as you know, politics is all about interest. They say in politics there are 2 constants. That is interest and the betrayal. So if the interest of Rigathi Gachagua will be best served in William Samoei Ruto, definitely he will support William Samoei Ruto despite all the happenings, all the previous happenings. You all know that in politics there's no permanent enemy. The same way in politics there's no permanent friendship. That is why Fred Okengo Matiang'i, who was perceived to be an enemy of Rigathi Gachagua in the previous administration, is now a darling, is now a brother to Rigathi Gachagua. That is why William Samoei Ruto, who they campaigned together as a friend, as a brother, is now a number 1 enemy. So in politics, there's no permanent friendship and there's no permanent enmity. So these guys, as long as their interests converge, they could be working together. And wanaweza kuwa wamediscuss the William Samoei Ruto, yeye amebakisha tu miaka 5, kipindi kimoja. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua, wote wakienda, inamaanisha kwamba the maximum they can go is up to 2 terms. That is 10 years. So between somebody who has guaranteed you that I only have 5 years, then after this ushikilie hapo. Kuna mtu mwingine hapa ana guarantee because the maximum he can go is 10 years. Rigathi Gachagua has to make that choice, and the best individual in that context is William Samoei Ruto. Then he will support William Samoei Ruto, betraying the other guys. And that is how William Samoei Ruto atakuwa ameshinda. As long as Rigathi Gachagua atakuwa na majority of seats, especially from the south, from the central, na atakuwa amepromisiwa share kubwa katika government, now that akona vehicle, akona political party, akona majority of the seats especially from the central na kadhaa katika other parts of the country, na atakuwa ni kusema in that government. So Rigathi Gachagua atakuwa comfortable na William Samoei Ruto despite all the happenings today. I'm just monitoring those activities so keenly to see how the whole thing is going to escalate. But first thing you need to know is, if the opposition is not going to unite, then it will give William Samoei Ruto a soft landing in 2027. Straight to, itampea through pass in 2027. United opposition is good for those guys in opposition, for Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua, and Fred Matiang'i. A divided opposition is good for the one William Samoei Ruto. So they will have to make a choice. If Rigathi Gachagua main target is to make William Ruto a one-term president. Whether Rigathi Gachagua is interested in the presidency or not, then he should do everything possible to ensure that the opposition remains united. This includes swallowing their ambitions in order to support one of the opposition members to unseat William Ruto. I don't know what you think. That could be a possibility. If you have divergent views, I could be wrong. You may let me know in the comment section below. This is Hesie Born. See you in the next video.